Hey everybody, Buzz Miller, Wannabe Studios. There we go. I am right now with my Gutierrez Juggernaut, which is one of the coolest guitars around. I think this is the fourth one ever built. If you ever find one, let me know. We are going to talk about something that is not musical, it's not nothing, it's just cool things that sound really cool to do. First of all, we're going to talk about a couple of things we can do with artificial harmonics. Now, hopefully we know what an artificial harmonic is. If not, what is a harmonic? A harmonic is when we play a note, but we barely touch the string in a certain position, and it gives us a different frequency. So there's our open E, but when we hit it here, it gives a different frequency. An artificial harmonic would be when we're fretting something, and we pick it and create the harmonic at the same time. I hold my pick really weird. My pick barely shows out of my thumb. Why? I don't want a big deviation from an open pick to an artificial harmonic. You almost can't see the difference when I'm playing the two. Also, I can artificially harmonic an upstroke or a downstroke with the way I hold this. I don't have to sit there and go, okay, I got a downstroke coming because I want to do an artificial harmonic here. I got to change this. Up, down, doesn't matter. So an artificial harmonic is when you make that harmonic while you're fretting something. It could be open, but so. Now those are musical. We do use them in our solos and our songs and our riffs and our everything. They're cool. They're one of the reasons we love the guitar, because you can't do an artificial harmonic on a piano. Sorry, keyboard players. But we're going to do it a couple of different ways. First of all, we're going to talk about the horsey. What is the horsey? Do an artificial harmonic that's pretty high and bend it up a half to a full step. And while we're bending it up, grab the whammy bar and rather than just smoothly take it down, pulsate as we take it down, and it creates kind of a weird horsey sound. When you get to the bottom, make a lot of extra noise because we can. So there's the horsey. You can do that with pretty much any kind of tremolo. We're going to get to a couple other things that require a Floyd Rose. Now we're going to talk about a weird artificial harmonic. We are not going to pick it and create the harmonic. We are going to do hammer-ons and pull-offs and create the picking that way and use our finger to do different locations, to do different pitches of the artificial harmonic. I like to do this hammering on for the lower strings between 5 and 7 and 3 and 5 on the higher strings. So let's just start with the A string and go. Or the E string. Again, that's not very musical. It's really cool to either start a song with or start a solo with and kind of announce, here I come, or to finish a song with. Hear it a lot in the 80s, a lot of guys with a lot of gain and a lot of highs and mids. Of course, I've got a real dark sound. I was just recording with a death metal band, so I've got a real sound on there right now. So it doesn't pick up quite as well, but you can still hear it. The next thing is when we make a harmonic. This is not artificial, but if we make a harmonic of two different notes that are perfectly in tune, as we pull the whammy bar down, they kind of go out of tune and out of phase, and they'll start to warble against each other. It's really kind of awesome. You can do that on 7, 5. I kind of like 9. Very cool to end your solo with something crazy and then end with that. You know, you're up here and you go. Again, not very musical, but it's a cool trick and it sounds really cool. Now, I did say the word warble. What is a warble? We're going to talk about a warble as I grab another guitar because I'm not going to do it on this guy. A warble is when you have a full floating Floyd Rose style and you're pulling the whammy bar down, and then you let it go. And what happens, it creates an equilibrium issue between the spring tension and the string tension. So it'll go too far, and then it overcorrects, and then it goes and it overcorrects back and forth. So rather than just one note, it'll go wobble, 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 and then it kind of evens out to the right note as it finds its equilibrium between the two tensions. So I'm going to grab my old Roadstar 2, and then we're going to continue with this. Here we have an Ibanez Roadstar 2 series I bought in, I believe it was 1986. I'm not positive, but I think this is the first guitar Ibanez ever made the Edge tremolo. This is the Edge 1 tremolo for. I've had this guitar forever. I bought it brand new from Milano Music. This thing does warbles better than any other guitar I've ever seen in my life. You actually have to be really light on the whammy bar or it goes too much. So a warble, let's just take a note to start off with. Hit the note, and you hear it, it's really fast, and then it'll start with a bigger deviation, and then it kind of levels out to the right note. So. You've heard this in things like Under a Glass Moon by John Petrucci. Petrucci used to do that a little bit more with his Floyd styles, but he still does it with his Music Man. People like Vi love to do it, and Satriani will do it, and Reb Beach, oh my gosh, he abuses Floyd Roses. I think Floyd Rose ought to charge him for some of the abuse. I think it's against the Geneva Convention, but I'm not sure. You can do harmonics, artificial harmonics, all sorts of stuff. Too many notes, it sounds too muddy, but that's what a warble is. Again, gotta be fully floating, gotta be a Floyd Rose style. You can't do this with a Fender style tremolo, but hey, it's cool. These are just tricks, something to add to, something to impress your friends, whatever. Add to your new demo and have somebody go, whoa, what was that noise? I've not heard that in a long time, or I've never heard that. I hope this did something for you. I hope it helped, and we will keep on rocking.